Hello, y'all. It's Queen. I'm not going to keep you long today. I just wanted to show you guys um, something that I think you should make this week or this weekend and have it ready to go in the next couple of weeks or as little as a week. Some people take it right away, but I'll get into it as I go along. Today, I'm going to show you guys what I make for this time of the year. For my immunity and to keep me from getting, with coughs and colds and stuff like that. I call it a fermentation elixir, but you can call it a ferment, or you can call it cough syrup, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But there's plenty of recipes online if you don't want to use mine. This has been used for decades in my family. And it's a good thing to have around. This platform don't like too much talk about health. But trust me, this is something you would want to make. The main ingredient will be raw honey. And I like to use the raw unfiltered honey, preferably organic, but raw, natural honey, cold pressed, not pressed, cold extracted. Honey is good to use for this thing. Because you need the bacteria in the raw, which is the friendly bacteria in the raw honey. But you can mix it with this. If you don't have the raw honey, you can use regular honey, but I would suggest keeping it in the refrigerator after you mix it. And for if you don't have the raw honey, as I'm going to get into it, you can just leave it sitting out in a cool, dark place once you make the ferment. So for the ferment, I like to use these quart jars, but you can use a smaller one if you want to. I just make a big amount of this because the ones with garlic can stay indefinitely in your pantry. It needs no refrigeration or nothing like that. So I like to use a ball jar. Wash these with hot soapy water, rinse them out with hot water, put them in the oven and let them dry out in the oven. This way they're sterilized. Put the oven on 200 degrees, let it stay in there until the water comes out and you're ready to go to use them. Then, like I said, I like to use the raw honey, preferably unfiltered, USDA certified organic, or you can use any kind of raw honey. You can use these kinds too, but make sure it's natural and read the ingredient on the back and just make sure it's just honey in it. You don't want nothing else in this but just honey. Just honey, okay? And then if you're still, new to this and you're scared to use it for whatever, botulism, whatever, just put, if you make this size jar, just put like a tablespoon of the raw apple cider vinegar in it and you're good to go. You're good to go. That's going to kill any kind of, mold, spores, or any other thing you don't want in your honey ferment. I'm also going to show you guys how to make my clove water. You can read up on the benefits of clove water, but these things that I'm showing you today are all antimicrobial, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, good for the immunity, good for cleansing the blood, good for gut health. Just make some. You can use the peeled garlic that already comes peeled. I got this one from Aldi and it's premium. Or you could just shell some of the garlic yourself off the bulb. Take the cloves off and use that. Make sure your hands are clean when you start this process. In my clove water, I use dried orange peel. You don't have to. I just put it in there for taste. But you don't have to use the orange peel in your clove water. You just need cloves. That's all you need, but I'll show it to you. Then I'm going to make you guys an onion ferment and lemon. And you guys know what that is, ginger. Okay, right here is my garlic ferment. I've been fermenting these. Now, you see that white foam? That's the ferment. That's the fermentation process. I've had these now fermenting since Friday. So they're ready to go. You see how liquidy it is? Let me see. See how liquidy that is? See how liquidy it is? When you first start out, it's thick. But the longer they sit, the more liquefied they get. See that? I don't know if you guys can see it. I hope you can see. See the white foam? That's the fermentation. And when that happens every day, that's why you want to use a quality jar. You want to open the lid. If I didn't hold this phone, if I open the lid, it'll go psst. That's the burp. You want to burp your jars of garlic. And these two, I'll get to that in a minute. You want to burp your garlic. Once you put the garlic in the jar and fill it with honey, and you want the honey to cover the top. And there you go. Every day you want to release the gas from it. So you'll take the top off and you'll hear it go psst. You just burp your glass, because if you don't do that step, you're going to come down one day and your bottle is going to explode on you. It's going to be sitting on your counter. Your counter is going to be filled with honey and garlic because your glass is going to explode. You got to release the gas in these. And I'd say for 3 to 4 days, you can leave, burp your jars of garlic and honey. You got to do that every day. Sometimes I do mine if it's a lot of gas, because you want to release the allicin in your honey. That's the potent thing in there that keeps your immunity up in garlic. It's called allicin, A-L-L-I-C-I-N, allicin. So you can research that on your own, but that's what you want in the garlic. That's what you want to be released into your honey. And I'm telling you, when I open this, the whole kitchen reeks of garlic. That's some potent stuff right there. This is what you want. So you take your jar, your clean jar, and you put the garlic clove. And for a jar this size, I would use a cup of garlic. Easily a cup. You can use more if you want to. I would take a muddler or a heavy spoon, or cut the garlic into a couple of chunks instead of leaving them whole like that, because you release, like I did here, you release the allicin quicker in it. And, you get the benefits right away. I could really start taking this. I could cook with it. I could drizzle it on chicken, fish, put the tablespoon in some soup or whatever you want to do, just in hot water. You're ready to go. I'm basically ready to go with this, but I'll let this sit for a couple of more days. This does not have to be refrigerated. If you're worried about it, I've been making this for years. If you're worried about botulism or mold or whatever, and you can put a tablespoon, when you make it, put a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar in it, and you're good. You can look at other videos on YouTube too if I'm not clear enough for you. Some people had the nerve to tell me I'm not clear when I explain things. But like I said, to each his own. I'm not worried about it. But, and if you do, let's say you wake up one morning and you see mold, like green stuff, throw it out. Some people said, oh, just take the mold off and just throw it out. Because you can get that honey over there at, where do I get this at? BJ's. Two of those. A package. Comes two to a package. Raw honey for $9.99. I get it at BJ's. So just start over if you see mold in there. This is a ferment that I made. This one has, onions. No, I'm sorry. This one has ginger and lemon. Ginger and lemon ferment. This is the honey. See how liquid the honey is? You see that? See how liquid it is? Let me see if you guys, this is full to the top. But that's not water, that's honey. And it's raw honey. See how liquid it has become? Because the juices are being released from the vitamin C and all that stuff from the ginger and the lemon. This one I made is an onion and ginger. Look, see that? See how liquid that is? See that? That's honey. I didn't put no water in this or nothing. This is just pure, organic, raw honey that's infused in this bottle with garlic, and this one with ginger and lemon, and this one with onion and ginger. See how liquefied that is? I could really start taking some of this now. If I, which I normally do, take a teaspoon of the garlic in the day or at night, or a teaspoon of this, or whenever I'm feeling janky or whatever. That's the way to go, guys. These are easy. So, and then over here is my clove water. This is actually water. But you can see I put in there cloves, and then I put some of that orange peel back there, the dried orange peel in it. I drink this as an elixir. I drink it in the evening time, sometimes warmed up with a shot of this honey in it, as a tea. You just take a bunch of cloves. For this size jar, I like to use at least 3 tablespoons of cloves. I like my clove water strong. Clove water is great for a lot of things. Go on Dr. Berg's channel and look up the benefits of clove water. I'll try and put the link in my description box. But it's good for your your teeth and your gums. It's good for immunity. Clove water has so much benefits. It's just so easy to do. You just put cloves in some, spring water. And I don't want to use tap water in the clove water, but, bottled water. And you just set it up. I let mine sit overnight, and then I refrigerate it. And you can drink. I make this like a couple of times a week because I enjoy it so much. So that's the clove water. You just put cloves in some nice bottled water. Fill it up. I make a lot of it. You could do less. I love the taste of it. For added flavor, I just put some dried orange peel in mine and let it sit up. If you want to sweeten, you can use any of these honeys or just plain honey. Or nothing. Sometimes I just drink it like that. For this ferment, I use, like I told you, onions, and I use ginger, onion and ginger. So I take it, red onion, and guys, when you're dealing with onions, even just cooking, wash your onions first. Don't take an onion right out the bag and start using it. That's nasty. That's dirty, and people be in the stores touching these things with their filthy hands, dripping stuff out of their nose all over everything. Wash your onions first. Wash it first. Peel it, and then cut it up very thinly, and then put it in your jar. Put it in your jar. That's what I have here. And I like red onion for the benefits of it. But you can use any kind of onion you got. Red onion has great properties in it for immunity. That's what that is, onion and ginger. You take your ginger, this is organic ginger, so I just wash it and slice it real thin and pound it out with a muddler, and then I put it in the jar with my onions, fill it with honey, and overnight this stuff starts getting liquid. I just put honey in it, and it looks like it's water in it, but it's not. The honey is the onion juice, and the ginger juice is breaking down the honey and making it more liquidy. This one, I put in lemon and ginger. The lemon is organic. Even still, wash it with baking soda, a little bit of salt, some good quality water, rinse it real well because we're going to use the skin. Skin has a lot of good qualities and properties in it. Slice it real thin and do the same thing with the ginger. Slice it real thin, leave the skin on. And that's what we have here. This is my lemon and ginger ferment. See how liquidy it is up there? And you can start taking a teaspoon of this or a tablespoon, whatever you want, or cook with it, put it in everything. This is going to help you stay healthier. And like I said, this is the garlic. You want to remove the garlic bulb and take the skin off, put it in the jar, to this size jar like I told you. I like to use at least a cup of the garlic. If you're worried, and then you can just leave it and burp your jar every day. These jars, before I put in these 2 jars, the onion ferment and the lemon ginger, I keep these after a day or 2 in the refrigerator because I find them to be more perishable than the garlic ain't going to perish at all. And the clove water I keep in the refrigerator. But the garlic and raw honey ferment, I just keep it in a dark spot. After a couple of days, the ferment, when you burp the jar, you won't hear it anymore. It's good to go. Keep it in a cool, dark place in your pantry or in your kitchen or wherever, the garage even. Just keep it in a cool, dark place. These 2, I keep in the refrigerator. And the clove water, I keep in the refrigerator. Just slice all of your aromatics, your citrus, your ginger, your onions. If you could cut the garlic up, I would, suggest that you do. You don't have to. And then before you put it in your jar and top it with honey. Make sure everything is sterilized. Make sure your hands are clean. And you're good to go. Keep these. Make some this weekend. Have it ready to go. you know, like I said, these are great for immunity. They're antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. You can't go wrong with this, guys. And like I said, this is the onion and the ginger. You can make any combination you want to. You can even put cloves in it. You can make a clove syrup. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to show you today. I hope you got something out of this video. If you have any questions or you want to see other people doing this, YouTube is flooded with this stuff. Like I said, I've been making this for me. My mom was making it for us. So, you know, for years. Trust me on this, guys. I also have a video up on my channel of me showing you how to make this, the garlic ferment. So check out my video on that on my channel, and I will see you guys soon again. Stay healthy and be kind. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.